Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be doing some first impressions, a look with the new BH Cosmetics Drop Dead Gorgeous. I have the large one, which is called Full On Crazy, and then there's the small one called Lil Bit Psycho. So these are kind of their, I guess, going into Halloween releases. We're a little over a month and a bit, month and 10 days-ish when I'm filming this until Halloween. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and have a play. I'll show you some swatches. So if you're interested to see what these palettes look like, please keep. All right, hello everybody. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carolyn. Welcome to my channel thing. So BH Cosmetics has really been on my radar recently because of the Sweet Shop palettes. I failed to do a review of them. I do have all of them. I'm thinking about still doing like a ranking of like my favorite ones of those, so that might still be coming. But they've been releasing a few things recently that I've been actually quite interested in. And one of them was this Full On Crazy Drop Dead Gorgeous palette. So you have a large one, which is this guy here. And shall we count first? Which has 14 shades. So we have reds, we have blues, we have kind of pinks. So it's not really like a rainbow palette, but it's kind of like a fun, bright, all over the place kind of palette. So there's the large version, so Full On Crazy. And then there's a mini version called Lil Bit Psycho. And there is some overlap. I'm going to show you some swatches in a minute between these two palettes. But this one is very much just like a little warm-toned red, yellow kind of vibe here, with a really nice white and a black in it. So we will do a look. I would like to, what do I want to do? I want to just show you the swatches really quickly. So in case you're curious, on my face I am wearing some Honest Beauty. I have their blush, this one here in the color Coral Peach, which is this guy here. I'm also wearing one of their lip balms, tinted lip balm in Blood Orange, this kind of really pretty kind of a red dude here. I thought it would go good with the look that I'm thinking about doing. And those are all just the new things that I'm wearing on my face. Otherwise, it's pretty standard stuff for me. Anyway, let me go ahead and throw up the swatches of these palettes. So we'll start with the large one, the Drop Dead Gorgeous Full On Crazy. Like I said, there are 14 shades. So let me go ahead and put the picture up here for you. So it's a mixture of mattes and shimmers. I think there are, like looking at it, I think there's 2 different shimmer formulas, and then the rest of the mattes all seem to be about the same kind of formula. So going from this side of the screen to this side of the screen, we have the first kind of a burgundy shimmer called Devil Wears It, bright red called Vamped, bright blue, like a periwinkle color, called Saint, an electric blue called Savage, a deep, I don't know what the right way to tone that is. It's almost like a oceany shimmer called Ravishing, bright purple called Dazed, a deep murky blue called Poison, and then we have kind of a turquoisey, pale kind of gray turquoise shimmer called Stunner, a bright yellow called Alarming, a bright pink called Outrageous, a kind of neutral medium or light brown, yeah, it's kind of a cool brown, but a light brown, called Shrill, a kind of periwinkle blue called Dramatic, a very pale pink called Sweet as Sin, and then Black Magic, which is a black matte. Okay, so that is the full-size palette. And there are some duplicates in the little one. There's a couple of new, like, there are some obviously different shades between the two, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 shades that are the same in the small one to the large one. So you kind of have to think, do you want to duplicate shades by buying both, or do you just want to get the little one or just the big one? So kind of keep that in mind as we move forward. So let me put up the swatches for this one. So again, going the same direction. So we have the same reds. So Devil Wears It, that kind of burgundy shimmer. Vamped, that bright red. Then a new one for the little palette is Sinner. And it's kind of hard to describe this color. Let me pull it up again. It's kind of like a murky red purple shimmer. It's very pretty, very cool color. Then another matte, Black Magic, which was in the larger palette. Then White Lies, which is a bright white matte. Showy, which is a shimmery pink. Knockout, which is a reddish brown. And then Alarming, which is that bright yellow, and that's the same one that we had in the other palette. So Devil Wears It, Vamped, Black Magic, and Alarming are all in the large palette, while as Sinner, White Lies, Showy, and Knockout are only in the small one. So the small one does lean very warm, whereas the large one, it is warm, but also kind of bright and electric. So I think you could do some really fun looks with this, some bright blue ones, some bright purples, lots of cool shimmers, but I think you can also quite deep with this because the black, they help like really vamp it up, so to speak. So I think it's a really beautiful color story. Today I want to do something in the reds, which isn't colors that I usually go with. I'm not like a huge red eyeshadow person, but I thought we would try it. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in a moment. And we're going to go in with Vamped and Devil Wears It for sure. Possibly Shrill to help blend things out. Black Magic. I think those are the ones that I'm going to go with. We might end up using the white in the inner corner to kind of brighten things a little bit. I have obviously done my face already, so I'm curious to see whether we're going to have any fallout with this. So let's go ahead and zoom in and try these shadows out. First time, see what they're like. Okay, we're not like super zoomed in. It's not a tutorial, guys. It's just a demo kind of thing. So okay, when I swatched them, I couldn't tell the difference between the formula, so I think it is the same formula between the two palettes. So I'm just going to play with the little one, the Cute But Psycho, Little Bit Psycho one, this one, and then I'll dip into the larger one as I need to. So there's no mirror, so I'm going to go ahead and use my little cat mirror here, as I normally would. I have already primed my eyes. I have used the this one, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is one of my top 3 primers. It's been on for a minute, so it might not be super sticky anymore, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to go with a big fluffy brush, see how it works. I might need to go into a small dense brush with this red, but let's see. Okay, so it's very bright, a lot of kick up in the pan, but that is okay. It could mean that it's going to be a very blendable shadow. So let's go ahead and give it a go. I'm curious to see whether it's going to be kind of more of a pink or more of an orange red or a true red. It's been a while since I've actually seen one that I think would really classify as like a true red. In person, I think this is a little bit cooler. So perhaps a bit on the kind of more pink, purpley side, red-wise. Sorry. I'm just laying it down. This is really messy right now, but I'm just kind of packing it on to get the color roughly where I want it to be. I think the pigmentation is pretty good. It's definitely a nice bright red. I am having to dip in quite a bit into these, but that's fine. It looks very bright on the camera. It's definitely not as bright in person to me, but we will see. I'm wondering if I should add some of that yellow. Okay, I just kind of cleaned it off a little bit, and I'm just going to start to like buff the top away just a bit, see if we can get that to fade. And maybe you can see that it is more like a pink red rather than like a orange red. I actually think it blended out really well. It's definitely looking a little bit more on the pink side, so I'm wondering whether I want to add a little bit of yellow to it to brighten it up. But I'll just go ahead and do the same on the other side, and then we'll think about next colors if we're going to go for anything else. Alright, I'm going to go into the larger palette and get that color Shrill, which was this kind of just this kind of tan color here. I just want to see if I can kind of just buff this into here and help warm this up a little bit, because it was looking very pink as it blended out a bit. Not really much of a difference. This Shrill color is essentially my skin tone, so, but it's helping to blend it a little bit further, so that is fine. I think I'm gonna have to go back in and add in some more of the red, but overall I think that is looking fine. Let me I'm gonna go ahead and try adding a little bit of black. This always makes me really nervous. I'm not very good at like darkening things up on my own. I tend to use like the shadow that's like the correct color already, but we're just gonna try a little bit of black and see if we can't really kind of vamp this up and deepen this up into something a little bit more intense. The black's really nice. And let's just go ahead and take it across like this, blend it into the red, blend it up a little bit. I think the colors blend in together nicely. I do feel like I've lost kind of that bright red intensity though. Let me go ahead and go back in to the red. I think I may have made this a bit of a mess now, but it's okay. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna add a shimmer now. I'm like, I want to do this already before I've even finished the other eye. I kind of just want to see how this goes. Ooh, that is nice. Really, really nice. Wow, this is Devil Wears It, that kind of burgundy shimmer. Just gonna kind of take that all over. Getting a bit of a fallout down here. I'll try and brush it away. I didn't powder my face because it's just all cream products today, so we might have to do some touch-ups afterwards. We're looking pretty good there. I'm just gonna grab, which one? I need a small brush. I want to add a little bit of this white lies just here to see if we can kind of brighten up the inner corner a bit. I think if you put this to set like a white pencil, it would probably be fine. It's just I have really pale skin and so it's not really showing up like anything. But there isn't another color in the palette that I think would be appropriate for an inner corner highlight. So this is what we have. I think that looks really nice. Okay, let me go ahead and do the other side so it matches, and I will be right back. I'll show that to you, and then I will do some liner and some mascara, and we will complete this thing. Okay, so this is what it's looking like before the liner and everything, and I think it looks really nice. It's definitely more burgundy than like a bright red, despite using so much of that vamped color. So I think it's going to lean a little bit more kind of sultry, depending on how you do it. You probably could do something more fun with like the yellow color Alarming and then maybe the pink Outrageous and do something a bit more bright. But this is kind of where I got to with it, and I think it looks really nice. I'm not used to doing looks like this, like a bright, like a red kind of, ooh, windy. A red kind of black look, so I think I'm pretty happy with it, let me put it that way. So what I'm going to do is I am going to clean up underneath and kind of refix my under eye area, liner, mascara, and then we will have some final thoughts at the end. Alright guys, so this is what the look that I got looks like. Yeah. So I think it looks really pretty. I did get a lot of fallout, so it's looking not so like amazing under here. I think in the future I will remember to do my eyeshadow first and then the rest of the complexion makeup afterwards. The mattes are very powdery. Let's bring this up to you guys. Hopefully you can see of all of that in the pan there from the red. Mostly it was the shimmer though that was kind of like all over my face. I think use like a setting spray or use like a glitter primer and you're probably not going to have as much as I did, but I was lazy and I didn't do those things. So overall first impressions of the palette, nice. I think this is like the nice BH Cosmetics quality that we've seen in the Sweet Shop palettes. So I'm very happy with these. I think for me the colors are not the most exciting, but I think it's a fun, vibrant palette, the large one, and then the little one is kind of like a small, smoky, kind of red, brown, black palette, and I think you can get a couple of fun looks from it. I'm curious, I think I might want to try some of the blues in here to see if I can get a really cool blue look, but I do think there's a large variety, and they're relatively inexpensive. Let me just get the prices for you. Okay, so these are in pounds. So the large palette, this one is 16 pounds, and then the smaller one is going to be 12 pounds, or $11.95 technically, but it's 12. So I think that's a pretty good value for money. You're getting a lot of shades, it's nice quality. So yeah, I don't have any problem recommending these kind of generally for the quality. Obviously this is a first impression, and it's not like a full, I've done 100 reviews or 100 looks with it, and I can really give you like a long-term informed opinion, but it worked well on the first try, and usually that's a good thing. It's when it works bad on the first try that you think you want to go and work on it again and again and again to make sure that you're happy with how it looks. Anyway, I think it looks cute. It's very vampy looking to me, but all good. All good. Anyway, so I like them. I think they're fun. They're not going to be my most favorite palettes ever that I'm going to reach for 100 times over and over again, but I'm happy that I have them, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. So, alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you could hit the... if you enjoyed it, you could hit the like button down below. You could subscribe. You could leave a comment down below and tell me on whether you are interested in these palettes from BH Cosmetics. There's also a brush set. And a glitter blood. I did not get those. This is what I got. Anyway, I hope you all have a really lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.